Hi everybody, it's Colette Elliott here, Surviving Unforgivable. Sorry I haven't been on for so long. Just so many things going on at the moment. I'm in ill health. I've got things going on at home. But I've also been busy working with Dr. Anelia Khan, where we are trying to fix a broken system for survivors. So I'm going to do that as long as it'll possibly allow me to. The other reason why I haven't posted, is because somebody that was very, very close to me, who is no longer close to me, we haven't spoken to each other for years, has been getting people to post things on my YouTube video calling me a liar and whatnot. So I just want to say, first off, if you look at the beginning of my videos, you'll see that I show you the files from social services and whatnot. But I also won my case against social services, so if I was lying, there would be no way an authority like that would pay out. So yeah, I've got a lot of things going on personally and work-wise. So work-wise, I'm doing on a Tuesday and a Friday, it's Instagram Live. I'm doing that with Dr. Anelia Khan. And we have a Twitter space on a Thursday at 12. That's GMT time, sorry. 4 o'clock for Instagram, GMT time, obviously. We've also got a group going on Facebook, a private group, a private chat group. So if you ever want to get involved in what we're talking about, if you've got any theories, if you've got any thoughts, any experiences you'd like to share, please do drop me a private message and we'll have a chat and we'll get you involved in that. I've got lots of things coming up. Like I say, first and foremost, the group that we've set up is recovery from childhood abuse and trauma, because it's a long road to recovery, and for a lot of people there's no end to that road and they need some sort of justice. But also we need to put a stop to what's going on now with children. There's a lot of stories in the news at the moment of all these children that gets me upset, sorry, all these children that have died because of maltreatment from parents, step-parents. There's a lot of court proceedings going on at the moment regarding these deaths. A lot of these deaths, these child deaths, did occur over the 2-year lockdown that we had. So yeah, it's very concerning that we were on a lockdown and yet these children were still not being seen by social services. I understand that the whole country was in lockdown, but these children still needed social services, so that's where my blame lies with at the moment. But like I always say, it's not always, you can't just blame social services. That social services are employed by our government to do a job. Government are not stupid as much as they try and make out they are. They're not deaf, they're not blind, they know exactly what's going on, but they're not doing anything about it. I want to know what Labour's going to do about it when they come in. Are they going to start protecting our children? Because Conservatives haven't. Conservatives have got bullies, they've got people talking about rape, laughing about rape in their own party. You've got racism going on in their party. So our children don't stand a chance. So I'm looking to Labour to Keir Starmer, to Angela Rayner, to the Children's Commissioner, to the Victims Commissioner. This is for all of you. You know, we need to put new strategies into place, because something's just not working. And one of the things that's not working is the fact that professionals are not talking to each other. You've got professionals in this field, and they'll talk amongst themselves, but they don't talk to each other. So this is where our children are falling through the net, and it's all due to lack of communication. And that's not just with social services or other organisations like them, but we're also talking about the police as well. The police should know whether that child is subject to social services when they visit a property for any other reason, whether it's for domestic violence, whether it's for drugs, or whatever reason that police officer goes into that property. They need to know first and foremost if there are any children in that property, and if them children are subject to social services. If they are, then social services need to be called with the police to go to that address, so the police can deal with whatever situation that they're dealing with, and social services can remove the children without incident. There's also a lot of talk about social services wearing cameras, body cams, and I understand that this has infuriated a lot of social workers, but my take on that is, if you're doing your job properly, you shouldn't have to worry about what's going on. About wearing the body cams, because it'll show that you're doing your job properly. It will also show if the parents are not being compliant. It will also show whether the child looks safe, whether the house looks fit and habitable. You know, there's lots of good reasons to have a body cam. The only bad reason is it will show social services in a bad light. Again, if you're doing your job properly, then this shouldn't be a problem. Police wear them, and they rely on these body cams for when they go to court. And social services could also rely on these body cams when they go to court. Also, we need this system put in place. A lot of talking, and this system is to get these professionals to be talking to each other, to be documenting on this child, whoever has contact with this child. You know, everything must be documented, because in that way then we can see where the child fell through the cracks, and who it was that didn't follow up, and who it was that didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because otherwise we've got this war going on at the moment about who's right and who's wrong. And you know, I hear a lot of stories of social services stealing children. I don't find that true, but if it has happened to you, I'm really, really sorry. But my look on it is, I'm not looking at that. You know, social services stealing children. I'm looking at the fact that social services are not looking after the children that they're supposed to be looking after. And also, not just, I mean, I'm saying professionals, I mean, we're talking social workers, we're talking the police, we're talking doctors, teachers, nursery teachers, even, I mean, in my case, it would have been the health visitor. As soon as that health visitor opens up a book of, you know, neglect, abuse, or whatever, then that needs to be logged onto a system that connects to a lot of other systems that allow other professionals to know that this child has been flagged up and more work needs to be done, or we need to go out there and see what's going on. It may not be that the child's in danger, it may just mean that the parents need help. And that's another thing as well, you know, we can't just go in there all gung-ho. If that child is at risk, you have to remove that child. If it comes down to the fact that the parents need help, whether it's educational or mental, either way, you cannot go in there and take children because of people's backgrounds. That's not fair. You can't use people's backgrounds against them where children are concerned. So those are the things that I'm doing at the moment. So please do get in contact with me, Colette Elliott on Facebook or Unforgivable. I'm also on Twitter, Colette Elliott. Also on Instagram, Colette Elliott. So please do contact me. I just want to say to whoever it is that's going to write a snarky little comment on the end of this, because I know you're watching. It's been years. We haven't spoken to each other for years. There's a reason why we haven't spoken to each other for years. You constantly messaging me on this just shows that I'm living up there rent free. You're not even in my eye line. So you carry on with your little comments, and everybody else, I hope you have a lovely day, and I will keep this back up now. Thank you. See you later.